In finance, you regularly face important decisions, managing investment portfolios, allocating cash, or deciding which projects deserve funding. Often, these decisions involve significant uncertainty, complexity, and high stakes. You might already rely on Excel or basic spreadsheets to help you decide. For smaller problems, this approach might feel adequate. But as complexity grows, when you're dealing with dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of variables, can you confidently say your manually calculated decisions are truly optimal? Or maybe you've tried rigid black box financial optimization tools where the lack of transparency leaves you uneasy without clear visibility or control over the underlying logic. What if there were a practical solution? One that seamlessly integrates within Excel, ensures transparency, and uses rigorous mathematical methods to reliably find your best possible decisions, even as complexity grows. That's exactly what Analytic Solver is designed to deliver. Let's walk through a familiar financial scenario step by step. It's more straightforward than you might expect, and see exactly how optimization with Analytic Solver can streamline and significantly enhance your decision making. Imagine you're managing an investment portfolio for yourself or clients. Your goal here is straightforward: to maximize your investment returns while taking acceptable risks. Typically, you can estimate investment returns based on historical performance, market trends, or projected asset growth. Clearly, defining your objective is the first essential step. Now think about how you choose your investments. You probably decide how much to invest in each asset, stock, or fund. These are the choices available to you, the levers you can adjust to reach your financial goals. Because you can vary these amounts, we call these your decision variables. But realistically, your choices aren't unlimited. You operate within clear boundaries like budgets, risk tolerance, or regulatory requirements. Let's call these your constraints. For example, your total investment is calculated simply by summing your individual allocations using Excel's sum function. This total obviously can't exceed your available budget. That's a practical example of a constraint. And for acceptable risk, you can calculate the variability of investment returns using Excel's variance and covariance functions, where covariance helps you capture the benefit of diversification across your investments. That's another example of a constraint. This way of structuring your problem, clearly defined objective, decision variables you control, and realistic constraints, is precisely the language of optimization. And here's the exciting part. With Analytic Solver, taking this structured approach and quickly reaching the best decision becomes straightforward. Now we just need to pass this information about our model to Analytic Solver. First, we define our objective, the outcome we want to optimize. In our investment portfolio example, that's our return. Simply select your return cell as your objective and choose Maximize. Next, we specify our decision variables, the cells representing how much we invest in each asset. Just select those investment amount cells, click Decisions, and choose Normal. Finally, we clearly define our constraints. These are the boundaries we must respect. Click Constraints and, for example, specify that your total investment must be less than or equal to your budget limit. Here we ensure every dollar is invested by adding the constraint total portfolio in cell H18 equals 1, so the portfolio weights must add up to 100%. Now let's set the acceptable risk cap in Analytic Solver. Select cell C22, which contains the portfolio variance calculated with a custom quad product function. Click on Constraints, Normal Constraints. Set the relation to less than or equal to. Enter an upper limit, say 5%, so the solver keeps portfolio risk at or below this level. Now simply click Optimize and let Analytics Solver deliver the optimal solution, the golden solution that's now right at your fingertips. This entire process is supported by Analytics Solver's intuitive guided mode, providing step-by-step assistance and helpful information, ensuring your optimization experience is smooth, transparent, and confidence-inspiring. For a handful of investments, you might handle this manually, but imagine scaling up to hundreds or thousands of investment decisions. Consider the time and effort you'd save and how significantly you'd enhance your results. Analytics Solver transforms complex financial decision-making into clear, actionable solutions, saving time, reducing costs, and enhancing your organization's financial performance. Ready to see how optimization can empower your decisions? Try Analytics Solver and confidently turn uncertainty into strategic advantage.